Hello and welcome back to another video. And it's Tommy Tallarico time again. Yes, I remember a video came out a little while ago from Sweet and Tender Hooligan. But I saw it, I wanted to make a video of it, and then and a few things came along. And now at the time I'm trying to make a video, I've got a horrible cold coming on. It's supposed to be going into spring, it's early March. And I've just, we're getting snow coming apparently. Snow, ugh, horrible. Ridiculous. And also, snow. When any soap opera films a scene, it takes it's usually about 3 months before it goes out on air. And there's a few years ago that Doctors, which is pretty much the only soap opera I watch, they filmed an episode where it was snowing, and they filmed it in March, and so it looked like the town of Leatherbridge, which is the fictional town where it's set, was having snow in June. Worse still, you had a situation where you have each episode has two storylines going on. One that's like a sort of story of the day, which is the one that had the snow in it, and then one which is like a sort of ongoing story arc with one of the characters, or even some of the characters. And so that scene, all the ongoing stuff, didn't have any snow in it because that was filmed at a different time, whereas the story of the day, which is all filmed on one day, was filmed with snow in it. So it kept chopping. So on the same day, you had areas of Leatherbridge that had no snow and areas that had snow. I'm sure some crossed over, so the same area had snow and no snow, if you see what I mean. Very, very bizarre. Anyway, enough of my weather problems. We're going to look at Tommy Tallarico being a complete tallywhacker again. But first, just a... Oh, God. Pat the NES Punk. What's he babbling on about? He's clearly run out of ideas. He's started doing this petty Pat thing. I mean, it's bad enough when he does this 2-hour, what was it, 2.5-hour podcast, whatever it is, with Ian, Hairy Ian, and his fake back injury. And now he's just like Metal Jesus Rocks. He's completely run out of ideas. Which is why his channel isn't growing. He's stuck on 254,000 subscribers. With this video, he's only managed to get 42,000 views. So it's a bit of a poor do, isn't it? He sits there gulping away. But why would he want... I mean, Guru Larry, top bloke. Absolutely top bloke. Why on earth would Pat want to start babbling on about him? I've no idea. No idea what his issue is. Can't we all just get along? Anyway, Pat has... it's interesting because Pat has 254,000 subscribers. And... Larry's got 431,000 subscribers, so a little bit of a jealousy there, Pat. Are you well gel? And before anyone says, "Oh, Dom, you keep moaning on about Metal Jesus Rocks. Yeah, he's got like 900,000 subscribers, and you haven't." Well, no, I go on about Metal Jesus Rocks because he threw false copyright strikes at me. So no, excuse me. If anyone who says that actually made videos, you'd understand what the issue is. But no, the only people who tend to be bitching and moaning about me for making Metal Jesus Rocks videos are like people who don't make any videos at all, or made like one video like 30 years ago, and it's just absolutely flipping ridiculous. But on to the main event. So just bring back the thumbnail on this. And yeah, it's Jenovi. God, that man's boring. Why do people watch his videos? I don't understand it at all. He's the most tedious individual out there. Anyway, and once he also cooked for Tommy Tallarico. So yeah, but if you're one of those people who watch his video about the Amico and go, "Oh wow, man, you really got it right," blah 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 blah. No. He was cooking left, right and centre. He's like bloody Slopes. Cooking left, right and centre for this greasy idiot. Anyway, let's get into it.
But because I don't care what people think about me. Well, you can't say that. You're a CEO of a company and you should act this certain way. Screw you. I'll act however I want because I don't care what you think about me.
As long as you just keep giving him money and believing his lies.
I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I wonder
if that's the case now.
Out a beautiful amazing positive product
Have you? Well, I haven't seen it.
into the world, that my work will speak for itself. And 3 t-shirts and a pair of jeans. One of those t-shirts.
2 turntables and a microphone. Bottles and cans, just clap your hands, just clap your hands.
My work will speak for itself. And 3 t-shirts and a pair of jeans. One of those t-shirts was that TurboGrafx 16 t-shirt. Piled up my car, cried myself to sleep every night, and I just started driving to California. I didn't have any job, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any money. In fact, my dad...
Cool story, bro.
He gave me my dad gave me $1,000 in cash, and he said, "Here, son," and I refused it.
Bullshit. This never happened.
I had a credit card with $500, and I said, "Dad, just like Grandpa did, when he came over on the ship from Italy, he had nothing. That's how I want to do it. I want to do it on my own."
Fuck off.
The first person who walked in, now you tell me, is this luck or fate? Because I don't believe in luck. I hate the word luck. People are like, "Oh, you're so lucky." Really? Was I lucky that I left my parents?
No, he's just a groomer, and he grooms idiots to give him money.
Cried myself to sleep, took the chance of a lifetime, was afraid and alone, and I got this job, and that's lucky to you. And the other thing I always say, really, take all of this away from me. Take away every Ferrari, take away my home, take away everything I know, and I'll build it up in 2 years again.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see that. Go. Let's test the theory, eh, Tommy? Give back the $18 million that you stole from idiots like DJC. Give it back, you fucking thief.
Again, I don't care. I have no fear and I have confidence. That's not luck, right? I didn't get to this position because of luck.
No, you're just a fucking scammer.
So I just that's just a personal thing for me.
I hope that's happening for you as well, because otherwise I'm having I don't know what I've had to eat earlier in the day, but I think I've had some cheese that was left under the cooker overnight, and now I'm kind of feeling the effects.
And I'll put that in between those fucking hi-hats. Oh, dude, well, we're working with the original Echo, the Dolphin team.
Oh, yeah. Of course you were.
Ed Annunziata. And do you remember that Hummingbird game? Cavalieri? Yes. So, I mean, I can't officially
Looks like a shit game anyway.
say...
But hang on, this is one of Tommy's classic ones. One of his classic phrases.
Yes. So, I mean, I can't officially say anything at this point, but wouldn't it be something?
Wouldn't it be something
if we redid that game and brought that to Amico?
He always says, I can't say we're not talking to Disney. That's probably coming up.
And me and Ed have talked about, making the game easier as well. Just like
all the games are easier on his side. That's what he kept saying, just to try and groom the idiots into giving him more money.
Easier to understand more things.
Once you get into it, it's fantastic.
But what's quite funny about this is the way things take a turn with the game, the conversation, because he makes it sound like he's such an authority on this game.
Well, and again, imagine couch co-op. Imagine multiple birds on screen.
The original game had 2-player mode where you can actually...
Oh, is it 2-player mode?
Oh, you see, so he's never played the game at all, because he said, imagine having a couch co-op. Imagine having multiple birds on the screen. Oh, it already did have 2-player mode. Oh, did it? Oh, God, I should have done my research. Silly me. Oops-a-daisy.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. I never
played it as 2-player.
Yeah,
so you never knew it was a 2-player. Let's just play that again.
Mode where you can actually...
Oh, is it 2-player mode?
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. I never played it
as 2-player.
Yeah.
So he claims to be an aficionado of the game because they're making a game out of it, and he doesn't know the slightest thing about it. He's never even put it on and gone in the menu screen.
You can actually... I played through it with my son, in fact, and it's awesome. You actually go through the whole game with 2 hummingbirds, and it's...
Fucking shill.
It's great.
Well, imagine 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's just grooming Another idiot.
4 hummingbirds would be a lot of hummingbirds on screen at one time.
That's a lot of hummers.
Yeah, so
because there's so much good music. I sound like an egotistical ass saying this about my own.
Well, you're just an egotistical ass anyway.
About my own music, but man, I was thrashing the hell out of that bitch.
Charming.
I think the violence has gotten to a level, and sexual content, full frontal nudity. I mean, people.
Is he actually talking about video games or just the content of his his VHS collection?
And again, I'm not trying to crap on Nintendo here, because I like the Switch. I like what it does for indie developers.
It does a lot more than the Amico ever could, if that had been coming out, which it never is.
But let's get real. I mean, the Nintendo Switch has more violent content on it.
Does it really? Does it really? No, it doesn't.
Than any other machine.
Lie.
PlayStation, Xbox,
PC? No.
There is full frontal nudity. There's.
Name one. Name one single game, official game from Nintendo that has that on it.
Children in compromising sexual positions.
Not a single game, not a single official game, unless some weirdo, absolute dunderhead has made some sort of sick and twisted game, because there probably people out there who would make a kind of game like that and then they'd port it over to the Amico. But no one who's trying to make a living out of making Nintendo games is ever going to put that into a video game.
There's rape.
There isn't.
There's bad language.
There isn't. And there's no such thing as bad language. It's strong language. Because it's all part of the Queen's English, or do we say the King's English now? I don't know. I mean, the King, did he have his wife bumped off? The Queen, did she really pay £12 million for hush money to Veronica Giuffre for what Prince Andrew did? Can we say that? Well, yeah, we can say that about that, because that's a fact. We'll never know what happened between Charles and Diana. There you go.
There's murder.
It's not murder unless you're talking about a Resident Evil game.
Like really graphic murder. So it makes me uncomfortable. If we have 100,000 units, let's say, and we have 40 games that are coming out on launch, let's say 30 games on launch.
He didn't have any. Well, I was going to say he didn't have any games coming out on launch because he hasn't launched. A failure to launch.
Is that realistic to have 30 games at launch?
Well, they could have done. And well, they've certainly had long enough to make the games, but yeah, it's never going to happen. We'll have 30 Gatoru's. We'll have 30 Gatoru's games by the time the Amico launches.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we have 50 games in production right now.
Ooh yeah. Ooh, Pinocchio knows. Zoop.
And what we're doing is, if we come out with like 25, 30 games on launch, and plus, remember, you get 6.
I like. Let me just turn the subtitles off. I like how. I'll just play it back a little bit. I like how Sweet Nintendo can just add the graphics on for these the totals.
25, 30 games on launch, and plus, remember, you get 6 with the system as well. 6 premium games. It's not like Wii Sports where it's just a tech demo.
All your games were bloody tech demos. Let's just go back and put the subtitles on. All your games were bloody tech demos, you dick.
We're talking about 6 premium games on the system for free.
And he's touching the back of his neck again, which shows he's lying.
Comes with it, right? And then another 25, 30 games on launch. Now, I can tell you this with a little asterisk and caveat. When the system comes out, and if it sells millions and millions of units like we hope and know it's going to, I mean, there's nothing like this that's... the only comparable thing would be more like it's kind of like a cross between a
mobile phone?
A Wii and a mobile device.
Mobile phone, not mobile.
Kind of what this is. And so when the haters...
And there'll always be someone who says, Dominic, don't Don't make fun at Tommy Tallarico for the way he talks. No, I'll make fun about him the way he's a fucking thief stealing 18 million fucking dollars.
Come out and say, "Oh, those games in that trailer, the Intellivision trailer looked like a bunch of stupid Flash games."
Because they were. And if you excuse me, and if you're moaning, "Oh, you can't say that about Tommy. You can't say he's a thief. We use this for your clip. He's a fucking thief."
Or it looks like simple cell games, mobile games. Yeah.
So he admits it. He's like I mentioned this before, ages ago. Gerald Ratner, who used to run Ratnas. Not sure if he's still alive. I think he is still alive. But he ran Ratnas, which was a high street chain selling expensive-looking jewellery and items. But it was cut glass. It was like cut glass decanters with like, so you had the decanter and 4 glasses selling for £5. This was in the late 80s, early 90s. So maybe £10 now if it was still out. So, and how can you do that? And he announced this in a, he thought this would be a good jolly wheeze. He announced this at a sort of an evening dinner. Let me just have a take a sip of my water here. Excuse me. Oh god, I'll have to stop talking soon. At least we're not far off from the end of the video. I said, but how can you sell a decanter and 4? Excuse me. How can you sell a decanter and 4 glasses for just £5? And he said, without any hint of irony, well, I can do it, you see, because it's total crap. And he gets like a number of people laughing in the audience. They thought, oh, aren't I hilarious? Meanwhile, the next day or sort of over the course of the next week, the shares in Ratnas absolutely crashed through the floor, and the whole thing, and people just didn't go there anymore. I mean, the thing is, you knew it was crap. Well, I mean, it was late 80s, so I had no course of reason to buy a decanter and 4 glasses. But it's like if I was to spend money on cheap ass things, say from Matalan now, and they were selling the same thing for £10 in Matalan that was made, say if it was made in China. Well, I know it's not going to be high quality. I mean, I buy slippers from Matalan, and they're sort of between £8 and £10, and they last about 3 months. I know that, but they're perfectly fine for what they do. It's great. I mean, you don't expect massive high quality. It's just cheap crap made in China. But you buy it, it lasts a few months. It's great, and you're spending was it £8-10, so that's like about about £40 a year or something on slippers. Fine. But nothing wrong with it. But yeah, you just you don't go and shout it out to in public, I guess.
And your point being what?
Excellent. Tommy, I think it's time for you to get to your next meeting.
I tell you what, give me it's 12:28 here. Give me one more question.
All right. Let's pick a good one.
All right.
Why am I such a shill for Tommy Tallarico? Why do I want to suck on his tallywhacker? All valid questions that Jenovi could have asked, but Windy Pops. Oh, he's just a fucking idiot, isn't he? They both are. They're well suited.
Let's pick one from Watchdog 2000. Watchdog 9000 asks, what are the chances of working with Disney bringing back Tron Deadly Disc?
Oh, here we go.
To the Amico with couch co-op?
And Tallarico's getting ready for his stock in trade answer.
And is there also any chance of revisiting the Intellivoice games like B-17 Bomber, Bomb Squad, Space?
It says Intellivoice. Intelliboys games. Oh, that sounds a bit odd.
Spartans and so on.
So I can tell you that we're working on B-17 Bomber right now.
Of course you are. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to be on launch. If not, it'll be really close.
Oh, aye.
And the way we're doing that game is a completely unique game, again, that only can be done on Intellivision Amico.
All these games can only be done on the Amico. And then we'll try and sell them on Steam later.
The way that game is being created can't be done on any other system.
That noise you hear in the background, it's actually he's using one of his spare fingers just to practice the keyboard for going on his video games live tour.
To that.
Yeah, you see, because he never actually wrote any of the music he claims to, whether it's Aladdin on the Mega Drive or Terminator 2 on the Sega What's It. He never made any of those. This is the kind of music he actually can make
on any other system. To that first question about Disney and Tron and couch co-op deadly discs, here's the phrase that I've been using.
Just to cuck you further.
And this is when I cannot officially deny or I can nor
you can neither confirm nor deny, but you can cuck.
What's the saying? You can't
confirm or deny.
Confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I will say this. Ask me the question once again, that first part.
Because you've got this prepared.
What are the chances of working with Disney?
Wouldn't that be something?
I'm not saying we're not talking to Disney. It's like he really is a fucking groomer. If he was trying to groom in a certain other way, the phrase can be applied. Watch out for him. That's all I can say.
Well said.
And
Can
thank you
I
for
ask you
sharing.
one quick personal question?
Hit it.
How big's your game collection?
Bigger than yours, I bet. Look like I'm wearing a propeller hat.
Scary. Is he still going?
But
Yeah, so we're back to square one again. So I'll just bring back the thumbnail. So there we go, yeah, that's just... Oh, Jenovi, what an idiot. If you listen to Jenovi, why? Post your thoughts in the comments below. And now you watch this video, don't you think you're a fool for believing him? Anyways, I'm going to call time on that, and I'm going to go and quietly die in the corner. In the meantime, please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all notifications. Thank you, Genesis.